Having to charge your smartwatch every other night can defeat the purpose of most smartwatches, and that's where the Huawei Watch GT comes in. It's a smartwatch that looks like another classic timepiece on your wrist and has a battery that lasts 2 weeks and acts more like a fitness band. But what else does it pack besides that? We're about to show you. One of the best things about the watch, which most of us will agree to, is how it looks. It's not every day that your wearable looks like a classic timepiece. Again, I'm looking at Apple. You can choose between two variants, a sports edition and a classic edition. The sports edition with its rubbery strap looks more like a sports watch, while this one, the classic edition, looks much better and it's the one I'm using. There is a steel casing with black bezels on a large circular body, the makings of your traditional wristwear. Onto the buttons, there are two on the side. At the bottom, it has a ceramic construction and slightly raised sensors. The leather strap has a silicone and rubber mold under it, which makes it comfortable to wear at all times. You only get it in a single size, a 46.5mm one. It is big and so may not be everyone's ideal wearable, but I happen to like it. The only problem is that this synthetic leather strap is prone to discoloration because of the buckle. But again, it is pretty easy to forget once you wear it. This watch is also 5 atmosphere water resistant, which means you can wear it for 50 meters underwater. But since it's winter, we're not going to test it. Still, preliminary tests like this one show that it's waterproof. The display is a 1.39 inches AMOLED and it looks great. It makes the icons and text look sharp, the blacks are deep and the colors punchy. The brightness levels are also good and it's pretty visible in the sunlight too. You also have an auto brightness feature, which is what you'll most probably use. However, there is no always on feature on this thing. The closest you get to that is this show time option, which keeps the screen on for 5 minutes. A concerning matter, however, is that there seems to be no kind of protection on the display, but it has still survived the daily abuses pretty well. I mean, I'm a pretty clumsy person and even after occasional impacts on the wall or door, it has survived without any scratches, so there's that. Overall, I like the display mostly because it's large and the colors are punchy and has good pixel density. The performance side of things is where the Huawei Watch GT cannot keep up. It runs on the Huawei's latest new Lite OS and it's really light. And also with 16 MB of RAM and 128 MB storage, you can't do much either. Its hardware selection doesn't make it the most agile of smartwatches, and that's clearly visible. A few swipes here and there are jitters all over the place. Also, it's not as comprehensive as other smartwatches. Swipe down on the home screen to toggle settings shortcut and swipe up from the bottom to show your notifications. This is where Huawei's Lite OS has compromises. There is no third-party app support, but after the latest update, you can at least get notifications corresponding to the app, which was not the case before. Swiping on the sides take you through your heart rate monitor, weather and activity log, and that's about it. If you want to change your watch face, you long press on the home screen, which shows you a list of 13 watch faces at the time of this review. The number might go up with future updates. The top button takes you to your watch apps and functions like stopwatch, alarm, etc. There's even a flashlight, which is nothing but your screen glowing white at max brightness. You can also access your workout, sleep and activity records from here. The other button takes you to a workout menu, where you can find a limited number of workouts. These focus mostly on general exercises like running, walking, climbing, etc. There are not gym workouts like the Galaxy Watch, but again, it costs like a lot less than that. And this might be enough for the normal people like you and me. It also has a continuous heart rate monitor which measures your heartbeat every second, every minute at all times, and this makes your other readings all the more accurate. The GPS on this watch is also quite accurate. It can come in handy in your outdoor walking and running sessions. Plus, this watch also tracks the workout intensity. As you can see, the types of workout aren't much, but each one of them is pretty comprehensive. You can get call alerts, but since you can't use it to call or reply, you can only check the caller ID and maybe choose whether to pick up or reject it. Now the part where the Huawei Watch GT shines through and through, its massive 420mAh battery. Combine that with Lite OS and the fact that it doesn't do much and you get excellent battery life. I mean, if you wear a smartwatch that tracks your activities all day, all minute continuously, you don't want to take it off every day, every other night and charge it. And with this, you don't have to. Huawei claims a 2-week battery life and I got around 12 days with it, which is still pretty impressive. Plus, it charges in under 2 hours with this dock and a USB-C. Thanks to this, you don't have to charge it overnight, leaving it free to record almost all your activities and your sleep more accurately. So, in conclusion, what is the Huawei Watch GT all about? When I reviewed the Samsung Galaxy Watch earlier, I said that it would be interesting to see Samsung make a toned-down variant of the watch for a cheaper price, and this looks just like that. I mean, it removes all the unnecessary features that we don't use and focuses more on fitness and health. But still, it lacks a lot of things, and Lite OS isn't very appealing, maybe because of its jittery UI. And due to this very reason, its $200 price tag still seems a bit more expensive, especially when you consider that the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active launched a few days ago for a similar price tag. And that watch seems to do a lot more than this. But I'm sure this one looks much better and has a better battery life. So in summary, this is one great looking buffed up fitness tracker with an excellent battery life, a line between fitness trackers and smartwatches. The Huawei Watch GT costs like Rs 20,000 here in Nepal, and that's pretty impressive pricing on Huawei's part. If you're someone who's into regular fitness stuff and want continuous health monitoring and sleep measurement without having to charge this watch every other night but don't mind the slow jittery UI, then go for it. It does leave me wanting more, but for what it is, it's actually good enough. So that was our review of the Huawei Watch GT. Thank you for watching. Namaste.